Seltzer Time.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Seltzer Time podcast. It's your boy Ricky, aka Dick Chuck, aka the man behind the can at Seltzer Time Official. Here is always with my conversation accomplice, the man with the hunch about what's there, Travis.
What is cracking, Fizzle Fiends? This week on the show, we are talking to Justin Amevor, benefit director and founder of DoughBoyz, a mobile pancake company.
I'm so excited.
Yo, it's interview
really
week, and we love meeting new people, and we're super excited to talk to Justin.
Yeah, super pumped. I forget how this Instagram came across the table for us. I think somebody might have tagged DoughBoyz in something, and I was like, "What is this?" I clicked on it, and then next thing I know, like I just remember messaging you, being like, "I don't know what's going on here, but we have to have these guys on the podcast. Like, just I need to know more."
Yeah, hell yeah. And then I saw who they were, and I'm like, "Wait a minute, I think I'm familiar with them." But you'll find out more in the interview.
Yeah, take it away, us.
What's cracking, Fizzle Fiends? This week on the show, we are talking to Justin Amevor, benefit director and founder of DoughBoyz. Justin, thank you for joining us on the show.
Thanks for having me. Happy to be here.
I love the microphone setup, man. You look like you're about to tell me what play I should throw the guys.
Well, with the Zoom world, I had to get something like high quality. I got something like for $20 on Amazon, but it makes me look official.
You look official. You sound fantastic. And I appreciate you joining us. For starters, man, can you tell us a little bit about DoughBoyz?
Yeah, for sure. So it's a food venture I'm starting. It's a food truck that's going to be operating around Worcester, Mass. Kind of started as a bit of a, passion and joke of my love for pancakes, but, snowballed into a whole company. So, it's going well.
Oh yeah. So is your menu going to focus? It's going to be focused around pancakes?
So that's actually a thing we've been talking about a lot. So our specialty item is these dough cakes, which are inspired by Japanese fluffy pancakes, really awesome, really fluffy. But for one, it's pretty logistically complicated to make. And I'll say an expert on it. I'm an expert on it. But so I'm thinking that, our menu would be more modular and customizable, because we really want to focus on like customers and like the people we're supporting. So I'm actually thinking more of a wrap breakfast sandwich, like roll up type thing. So you come up to the truck and then, you choose what you want in like your sandwich or roll up.
Justin, are you telling me that I can get like a made to order pigs in blanket style roll up from your truck at some point in the near future?
Yeah. Have you ever been to like a bodega or something? Picture that. That
sounds incredible.
Yes. That's
underrepresented in our city. That's a great idea.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm thinking. Food trucks are actually like a pretty new concept. They only really started becoming popular in 2010s. There's virtually not many on the Northeast. There's some few good people in our city too, as well, that have been doing it, but it's definitely not a big thing around here.
Yeah.
Well, sure. I mean, I see them all parked up on Highland Street. Looks like they have a spot that they all kind of corral around every day, which makes it easier for a consumer because now I can go to one spot and have my choice of a whole different variety of foods, which is super cool. Do you see yourself doing that kind of venture, or are you going to kind of spread out a little more?
So, yeah, I guess that's a good point. So for one, I'm really working with my alma mater or current school, WPI. So one of the biggest things is we're trying to really focus on supporting like college students, starting with them. And like, hopefully my plan is like to really expand out there, but as well as, support the city. So seeing how I can expand by, focusing on both segments.
Nice. That's so smart too. Like, going to where the youth are, like go to the college, stay on the college campus, kind of hit the kids. Like there's 7 colleges here. So it makes sense to focus on one of them, especially one of the bigger ones. And kind of have word of mouth travel everything. And I'm sure they're going to post it on social media and all that. It just kind of help things grow.
Exactly. It seems like a pretty good market. And then also going back to the whole like issue, I'd be remiss to not mention the problem of food insecurity as well. Being a college student like a year ago, I definitely felt it, and I know it's a huge problem. So I think it's great to see that I can hopefully make tangible plans and trying to solve, go about the issue.
That's awesome. I love how you're coming out the gate with a really rad concept. You're, kind of focusing on a youth area, but also you have this other mission of like trying to fight food insecurity. It's kind of a lot to take on at once, but it's very impressive. Great.
Yeah, it's like, it definitely feel that. Also really quick, I have a YouTube channel where I try to kind of like document my whole like basically journey on this, called the Dough Club. So quick plug to that. But
please, yeah, hell yeah, all the plugs.
But so coming up with this business and so it's really funny because I think so I came up with the idea for DoughBoyz in like 2016. With they're like thought of the idea and the name for it, but I really thought of the idea for a food truck came to me about last year. But like immediately when I started like really trying to ramp up the food truck ideas, like originally my ideas was like, okay, like DoughBoyz is going to be like a lobbying organization focused on like social justice, and then, really thinking about like, okay, what is everything I'm trying to do here? Like what is the meaningful impact we can do? So it took me a lot to like wrap all my ideas down together, but, I'm really hoping to try to make like an impact on what I'm doing.
I mean, that's your slogan, right? Feed the movement.
Yep. Yes, it is. Exactly. You can't get stuff done on an empty stomach.
I feel that.
But I love that. I mean, we've talked to many entrepreneurs and business people on this show, even somebody like Kevin Lyman, who told us that if you're not putting charity as part of one of your business's mission, you're failing from the start. So recognizing that and putting that into the core values of your company just makes sense to me.
Yeah.
And it's clearly something you feel passionate about. Sorry to talk on you.
No, for sure. And again, yeah, it's definitely, again, like why I started like my YouTube channel. It's like, I definitely want to educate as well. Like, that's why I'm like, I want to register as like a benefit corporation to educate about like how business and just social justice should and can be incorporated in everyday things. So we can, make a more sustainable society. One, because we kind of need to, it's kind of not even it's kind of out of necessity to a degree. So yeah, that's another way to look at it.
That's awesome. That's very impressive. So, okay, breakfast sandwiches, roll-ups. Do we know when we're like going to be able to get these things that I'm now going to think about every single day until I have one?
Yeah, no, for sure. So honestly, I'm really hoping to be up and running, or have the truck be functional by next month. So like June-ish time. Cool. It'll take some time to get fully up and rolling, but working with my school, I hope to be ready by the next semester. So the fall semester for WPI students.
That's awesome.
So you have the truck. It's just needs to be fully built out.
Oh man, I'm looking at it right now.
Are you, I know this is probably like kind of a loaded question, but are there any plans to maybe do like a soft launch? That way, maybe you like link up with something like Redemption Rock Brewing or some of the spots that don't really offer food themselves, maybe have you do a pop-up there on a Saturday or something just to kind of get buzz going and then slide into the school year?
So for one, I would say definitely, yeah. And I'm very grateful to be on this channel because I think, I'm starting to working with my school has been the one thing I've been really focusing on, but seeing those other places in the community, like, seeing who else would ever want to collaborate, I'd love to, I'm getting to the stage where I can, finally start making those connections. But I'll also say, with the connections I have been making, and like talking about a soft launch. So I'm trying to do, if you all had seen my, like on my website, we have this community breakfast event series. And that's where we kind of that's one of our events where we do like direct relief to, homeless persons and just people who have experienced food insecurity. So we had our first one last November and then hoping to have the next one in 2 weeks on May 23rd. Really quick, I also started, unofficially, I've been talking with like the Woofridge people and just like a bunch of other groups. So, definitely starting to see like how we can build that sustainable network of like food, but also just like, all these social justice do-gooders around the city.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Well, hell yeah. I mean, that's how it gets done. It's people helping people. And the mission is to love and protect and lift up the people of our community. It takes a
Yeah.
village. Are you working with anybody over at like the Worcester Food Hub or anything like that?
So yeah, I know Sean. Definitely gonna see how exactly I think, that kind of goes into like the bigger things of like, yeah, talking to Food Hub, but seeing like, okay, well, how's the best way we can all go about together? Cause he's doing, they're doing great stuff of like, trying to build that place in Union Station to, be an incubator for people like me and everything. So, seeing the best ways that we can all work together, but, they've definitely been up with him.
Explore every opportunity. I feel that.
Yep.
There you go.
I do respect that you're also rocking the merch with the hat and the jacket. It looks like.
Yep. If you check out the website and the donate, visors are a free gift or with every donation. So have to, show it off.
You worked with One Off Apparel for those, right?
Yes, I did. Great people, great stuff.
Here's a fun fact for you, Justin. I was doing some work for One Off Apparel a couple months ago, and I actually drew the fist holding the fork for the back of your shirt.
No way. That's awesome, dude. Thank you. It looks sick.
I love those dudes. I wish I could help them more. I'm just out of time. But yeah, it was fun to see that come across because it was so much different. And then I got to draw pancakes. I've never drawn pancakes before, so that was super fun.
No, man, thanks. Those turned out great, honestly, and people love them.
Hell yeah. I love seeing him on the Instagram. And that was part of the reason we're like, oh yeah, we got to talk to this dude. I want to meet him.
No, for sure.
So that's super exciting. Go ahead, Ricky.
Have you worked in a kitchen before, or is this like your first foray into the food world?
So, I wouldn't say first time. One, growing up African, definitely had some kitchen experience. Worked at McDonald's for a bit.
There you go.
As a crew trainer, but I also
no shame in that game.
No, I loved it. I loved it so much. It was awesome.
I've heard a lot of people feel that way. Like, hold on, I just want to touch on that real quick because there's some stigma there. And like growing up, my mom was like, you never want to get a job flipping burgers. But I worked for a guy who put himself through college working the maintenance shift at McDonald's, and he would just fix the machines and he would go in and work every night. And he, to this day, the man's in his 60s now, and he says it's one of the best jobs he's ever had. So you had a positive experience working for the Ronald.
Yeah, I mean, it's an experience, but it's also, teaches you hard work. And for me, it's just like it's meaningful work you're doing. You're just, I loved it. I had a good time.
I respect that. Hell yeah. It's still food service and it still taught you and brought you to this point.
Yeah, and it's there's no in my head there's no stigma to it. It's everyone needs a job, but whatever. I forget what the next point I was gonna say.
So food experience. You worked at McDonald's.
Oh, yeah.
What else have you done?
Oh, so yeah, I was gonna say, so as a kid, I also worked with Youth Grow, which is, if you've heard, part of the summer program with the REC, the youth program. So I started off as a regular youth camper, and then became like a youth leader through the program. So definitely worked on the farm, and then had some kitchen experience with that. And really cool. Now I'm actually on the board of directors for the REC. So kind of great to come full circle.
Hell yeah. We just had Stacy Brimage on not too long ago.
Awesome. Yeah, I love Stacy. Now she's in charge of Youth Grow.
She's in charge of the whole thing now.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Good for her.
But yeah, definitely I've been working with food for a while. And then even, then that's what's awesome about DoughBoyz, because as I explained the menu earlier, but I think it's great because if you were to give me like a good idea for a food item, I'd be like, that's a great idea. I'm gonna experiment with that or something, so it's great to be like, have that collaboration aspect as well.
That's awesome. I'm so excited for this.
I legit, I cannot wait to try some of these, man. Have you found it? Go ahead.
I love the fact that you did work at the Youth Grow, and like Travis has Youth Grow connections. He did the mural that went up last year. And then also like One Off Apparel did your merch. Travis designed it. Like, it's just kind of crazy.
No, that is
we've
awesome.
never met.
Justin, it feels like we were meant to meet each other, man. I'm not trying to geek out on you a little bit, but it feels like we were meant to meet each other.
Yeah.
Super curious though. Have you found it challenging to cook pancakes in the truck? Have you actually done any cooking in the truck?
So I have not, no. Okay. Not yet. So yeah, I got the truck recently, in March. And today I just got my fridge.
Oh, that's big.
Nice.
Yep. So I only I need the griddle, but it's on its way. So again, the truck should be
I guess that was
soon.
my question. Is it all griddle top?
Yeah. So, well, not all griddle top, but like, I need a griddle. The truck was like me without the equipment, but I almost have all the equipment now.
Hell yeah. In a past life, I had a food business and we were looking at a truck but our product, we were pretty oven heavy. So that was always the big challenge of how the hell do you outfit a truck with multiple ovens? And it just became the kind of, deal breaker. But to go kind of griddle heavy is smart. And that's the way to make it work.
Yeah. Being real with you, the funny thing is that, everyone kind of, or most people look at me and just like, are like, oh yeah, wow, that's awesome. He's got this really good truck. He knows what he's doing. And it's merely me just driving in the dark, trying to put this food truck together.
You and everybody else, man, fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, anyone help me, please? Like, going back to the point of just like meeting you both, especially Travis, like, man, like I'm definitely, again, trying to get connected to the community, have some big goals. As I said, connecting, there's so many people focused, on this do good area. And again, shout out to you guys for doing this for so long and having that clarity for all this time. We're
standing on the shoulders of other people that have recognized this area. And I don't know, that's the beauty of it. And that's what attracted me, speaking for myself. Like, I love the people I'm meeting in this community. I love all the weird, interesting foods and culture and art that I'm getting to experience just from meeting people in my own city. And I won't stop because I'm having way too much fun doing it. Yeah.
It's also great to see like in Worcester too. I feel like as a kid, there was a signal just like, oh, Worcester's whack. There's not a lot to do, but it's coming up there. It's getting its time. It's getting its shine. So I'm glad there's people.
Did you grow up in Worcester?
Yep. Born and raised.
Nice. Okay. I grew up in West Boylston, so right outside of Worcester, but there was nothing to do there. So anytime we did anything, we always came into Worcester. Yeah, it was kind of interesting growing up, and I was always like, "Oh, why do you want to go there?" Or like, stay out of Worcester. Worcester had this like really horrible reputation, and then every job I've ever had, I think, has been in Worcester. So I've been in the city since I was in the city more probably since I was like 20, and yeah, watching it grow and it's cool now, especially seeing like. So you just graduated college, you said, right?
Yep.
Cool. So you're what, like 23?
23, yep.
23, okay. So seeing kids like your age who, you just at college and instead of like jetting off to go somewhere else, you're like, no, I want to stay here. I want to start something and something, not only awesome, but like super, super meaningful and do it in Worcester. That's the type of stuff that's going to move it to the next level. Very impressive.
It's crazy. It's always crazy, in that college world, because you're like, I didn't want to stay in Worcester. Honestly, I was one of those people that tried to escape, and like, my number one school is like Penn State or something. I just wanted to be out of state. But ended up going to WPI, and I definitely think things worked out really well, and I'm glad I stayed in the city. But as you're saying, it's great to like discover everything that's happening here.
Very normal to want to get out of your hometown. As somebody that did escape their hometown, it's very normal. But it's cool that it kind of kept you here with its luster. I'm curious, what degree did you get at WPI? Do you have an engineering background?
Yep, computer science. So I'm still trying to use that. So,
dude, most people I know I personally did not go to school, which I think kind of worked for me personally a little bit better than going. But a lot of kids I know that went to college, they all went on to do really great things, but they don't work in their field at all. Like most of them have these degrees that they paid a lot of money for that just sit around and they do something completely different.
Yeah.
Kind of wild to think about.
Yeah, I mean, I hope that doesn't completely fall into me. But for one thing, though, I'll also mention is so I recently kind of impulsively became the chair of an engineering society called the National Society of Black Engineers. Okay. And so one of our big things is like advocating for STEM, and obviously, engineering and keeping up those mentalities. So, one in like everything I'm trying to do, I think, especially for computer science, there's still a plethora of ways to, continue to, advance with technology and support my mission, what I'm trying to do. I'm actually still a master's student, and like I'm hope to use my business to again like support that mission with computer science. But in terms of NSBE and the engineering society I was supporting, like one of our biggest things is again supporting STEM, get it, science, technology, education, math, engineering, math, and like spreading that to because a lot of people just don't have just exposure to it, especially underrepresented communities. So it's just about like giving everyone the level playing field, and being an advocate for that, so it just keeps me motivated and makes meaningful work.
Couldn't agree more. Like I'm a big fan of adding an A to that and making it STEAM and adding in arts, because I'm with, both Ricky and I are with a group of people that bring arts to our community. And it's about connecting and about taking art out of the galleries and putting it on the streets to bring it closer to the people, because not everybody can get to or afford a museum price. And that's not the way it should be. We should all.
Was that start on the street?
This is with Powwow.
Oh, Powwow, okay.
Or Powwow Worcester, I should say, clarify. There's
I think
powwows all over the world. Yeah, we're with the organization that puts up the murals.
Okay, awesome. Oh, just like all the ones around the city?
Yeah.
Not all of them, but a good chunk of them.
Like the one near like the bus station? It's like downtownish kind of?
That really old janky one, the one that looks like it's fallen down.
Well, there's like a couple new ones now, right?
Okay, the new ones are us. The one that's over the tunnel isn't. The one that's over the tunnel, the Green Street, isn't us. That's very old. Dude, that wall, I want to paint that wall every time I look at it, but it's what's called a weeping wall. So no matter what you put on it or what you put to like face it off, it's always just going to bleed that crap through from the railroad and stuff. So it's a lost cause. And then anything we put on there is just going to get ruined. And it's just like, who are you gonna ask to paint that?
Yeah, I get it. But back to the point of talking to you guys, just meeting you. So one idea I want to throw by you guys, or just like something I'm trying to do is like a Worcester Fest, because talking to you guys, getting all these people, like let's have like music events at like Green Hill Park. We line up the streets with art. Worcester definitely has a place. We just got a new baseball stadium too. We have to have like a 3-day carnival festival or something. Get everyone connected. That's one thing. Into that.
There's a guy I want to put on your radar. This may or may not go in the show. His name's Jeff Killebrew.
Okay.
He is currently throwing his second Fam Jam, which is essentially what you're talking about, a full day family oriented events. And he did it in Elm Park last year. He's trying to figure out if he's doing it hybrid or in person this year, but he may be one of the dudes to talk to. And him and his daughter started Eden's Slime Sundays together. It's just she runs like, it's like party, it's like you'd bring us to your party activity, and she teaches other kids how to make slime.
Oh, cool.
It's like the borax and it's super cute. It's like a daddy daughter. And then he bought these Power Wheels that he tricked out so like kids could rent the Power Wheels and like drive the Power Wheels around. I think it's like a big ass Escalade and stuff. That's super cool.
Jeff Killebrew. I hope I spelled that right.
G. I'll get you. We'll connect after this. I'll send you or actually, truth be told, I'll put you both in an email.
Cool.
And that way it'll be nice and easy.
Awesome. But say that's all of us, man. To get the whole city moving.
Yeah. Oh, and that right there. That's how it's done. It's about talking to people. It's about finding people. And it's about having the same mission. Make this place as cool as we can.
We're definitely down for doing anything we can to make that happen. That sounds like a blast.
I also want to be clear. We're down at any time we can get the chance to eat pancakes.
So I said May 23rd. That's when I'm definitely trying to have like a tester event. So,
where would that be?
Tentatively, I have a place on Main Street, but I'll definitely send out more information when that's out.
That'd be perfect. And then
keep us posted.
Where can people find that information when it's posted? Is it on like your Instagram or your website?
Instagram for sure. Website, the Dough Club YouTube channel. That would be a place to look.
Dough Club YouTube channel. All right. Do you want us to link to that in the show notes?
Yes, please.
You got it.
Done.
And then just in case, what do you on Instagram? Just so people can find it.
Dough BYZ.
Perfect. And then the website, just for posterity.
DoughBoyz.org.
Awesome.
Twitter is same as BYZ. Facebook DoughBoyz.
Cool. Oh, you're on everything. That's what I love to hear. I always
LinkedIn,
get
DoughBoyz.
Are you really?
Yeah, for sure.
Dude,
Benefit Corporation. Yeah.
That's awesome. I work in social media, so whenever we have somebody on, they're like, we have like a website. I'm just like, how do you not have social media? Like, what the fuck? It makes me crazy.
Yeah. I don't know. I love the whole business entrepreneurship lifestyle. I think so. Yeah, I told you like the food truck was the first idea I came up with. Then I was like, all right, I'm writing a business plan. So like it took me a while to do that. But then after that, I was like, okay, I'm making a website. Or like even like the day after I came with the business plan, like all the handles were made, you know? So it's like, all right, let's just gotta do this. What's next, you know?
I love it. Did the business plan come about while you're in school? Like, was it like a project for school and you just kind of took it and ran with it?
Yeah, that's a great point. So like I came up with it as a joke, basically my freshman year, with my roommates. And then like I was doing it seriously for like another semester. But then it was like a lot of work because I was actually like making deliveries and like, you know, running the business as a college freshman at WPI. So I took a break, for a while, but then like I just kept it in the back of my head. And then like later in like my junior and senior year, especially like for a class of maybe I'd like work on it here and there, I'd like present it for like a quick project or something. And then like my last semester senior year was like the same time where I was like, you know what, this sounds like a good idea. I could probably keep rolling with it.
There you go. That's awesome.
That's awesome, man. Well, we really cannot wait to see what comes next for you. Definitely stay in touch so we can tell the people.
For sure. Yeah, no, I'd love to connect again. You know, anytime, you know, love trying to support the cause and talk about anything you need to. So Happy to be here.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you again.
Thank you.
Be in touch.
I'm sure you'll see us on the 23rd or 22nd.
Yeah. So, that's when will this air? Like, how is this going to work?
This is going to go out tomorrow.
Yeah, it's not tomorrow.
Because I'm a crazy person and I'll be editing tonight.
Great. I need some editing help. So maybe we'll talk about that.
Oh, homie. It's going to go the other way around. I need to find an editor. I got no time. That's like the one thing I would love to punt. Oh, it would be so awesome to have an editor.
I'll just take advice, but
happily. Yeah. Sorry. Happily.
Good.
Yeah, I use Adobe Premiere right now.
Yeah, I wish I use Final Cut still.
I've never touched it, but it's all the same difference.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. I can't
edit anything. So
I used to vlog using iMovie. So it doesn't matter what you use as long as you can slap your ideas together.
Yeah, literally, I'm just like, I'm learning as I make my videos. So I'm like, eventually I'll get good.
I respect the hell out of that. Justin, man, I would love to grab coffee one of these days and actually like meet in person and hear your full story.
Hit me up. I just got my second shot today. So
did you?
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
Hell yeah. You're talking to us after, dude, I was such a whiny little wimp after my second shot. I just slept around all weekend.
I was so sick after my second shot.
I mean, so far so good. So I'll keep you posted.
What time did you get it at?
Like noon.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I'd be.
Yeah.
You might want to be careful around like 9 or so tonight.
We'll see. I'll keep you posted.
Yeah. I'll reach out in email and we'll figure it out.
Sure. Let me know.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome, man.
Nice talking to you guys.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Holy fuck, that kid is cool.
He's the best. He's so smart. He has so much going on. And I'm like, when I was 23, I was a fucking idiot. Like, I'm 33 and still a fucking idiot. I'm so jealous of how well put together he is. Awesome.
Oh, dude. So
that was so much fun.
Yeah. Thanks again, Justin. Thanks for coming on because it's super cool to meet people like you in our city, people that are just doing the damn thing. Have an idea, get it done.
Yeah. I mean, he's killing it on all fronts too. Like, here's a great idea, putting in the work to get it done. Also, here's a great cause, keeping that a very central part of the business. It's just very
smart and it's good. And it's the kind of stuff we love to support.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So we'll see you out there, Justin, because I'm hungry for pancakes now.
Dude, seriously, that's all I'm thinking about.
Well, that's going to do it for this week, people. Hope you enjoyed that conversation with Justin. Find us on the interwebs at My God, I'm throwing
You
myself
knew?
away. It's because I'm actually trying to hold the dogs separate. Do you see my two arms? They're
I did
fighting.
see your arms were down. I thought you were stretching.
No, the dogs are fighting, and I'm trying to hold them apart because they're being assholes.
Gotcha.
Find us on the interwebs at SeltzerTime.com. Find me at Hunchback Travis.
You guys can find me at DickChuck77 or Seltzer Time Official. Every platform.
Every platform. Be out there.
That's the way it is.
See you next week. Or no, see you in a couple days.
Yeah.